So you may be wondering exactly whether or not charging your phone overnight actually affects anything on your iPhone or even your Android, but I'll make that for a separate video. Now, what I can tell you is, to kind of sum up this whole entire video in like 10 seconds, does charging your iPhone affect it in the long run? Probably a little bit, but not as much as a lot of people might assume. So for our batteries that have been coming out, at least in the last, several years, batteries have been getting smarter and smarter. These phone manufacturers, these battery makers in general, have made it kind of a better experience for these batteries to slow down degradation. Now, you can never really stop degradation, but you can limit it and you can make it slower and slower, for every generation of devices. Now, what degradation is basically, if your phone has, a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, well, chances are the next year, a lot of those milliamp hours probably have died, or those watts or whatever. I'm not really an expert at this by any means. I just know something about phones. And when you look back and you look at the settings and you look at the battery health, it's probably not at that 100%. It's probably at like 95% or 94% or something like that. Realistically, if you, battered your phone down and, took a horrible experience with it, it's probably down to like 70% or something. So that means you only have 70% or 80% or 90% of your 3,000 milliamp hours that you had before. So what does this mean? That means that, your battery life and your battery health has degraded over time. Now, how much of this is attributed to charging your phone overnight? Honestly, not that much. I charge my phone overnight for every single phone I've ever owned. My last phone that I had, which was my iPhone 11 Pro, I honestly charged it overnight all the time. It was almost every single night for a whole year, and my battery health is still at 100%. Now, it's probably at like 99.94 or something like that, but charging your phone overnight does not really inherently affect exactly, how much longer your iPhone battery is going to last or not. But there are a lot of other limits at play too. So first of all, Apple has pushed out an update, I think within the last 2 years, that actually only charges your phone up to 80% as fast as possible, but then it slowly trickle charges your phone up to 100%. And the reason this is very important is because if you charge it up that 100% as fast as possible, that can actually, increase the degradation of your battery over time. So that's another big thing. But also, I was always keeping my phone at room temperature, especially when it was charging. My phone never got super hot. I never left the display on overnight, so I wasn't playing some crazy intensive game that was, increasing this, heat of my phone or anything. And those actually have more effect on your phone's battery than, charging it overnight. Charging it overnight is probably not going to affect it in the long run. We're talking like 3, 4, 5 years. Now, if you plan on keeping a phone for a decade, then yeah, it's probably maybe affected maybe like 2-3%. But the biggest things that affect battery health are things like keeping it in super cold conditions, keeping it in super hot conditions, really like doing super heavy games on your device and heating it up like crazy. Different things like that can actually degrade your battery faster than you may realize. And that in and of itself, and even letting your phone die all the time and charging it back up and dying all the time, that can have a huge effect on battery health too. But specifically with charging it overnight, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. And I would honestly tell you, if you're freaking out about it, I would not freak out about that. I would freak out about, letting your phone die all the time, keeping it in super hot, super cold conditions, and different things like that. But you're probably going to be fine if you charge it overnight. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.